Greetings, listeners, and thank you for joining us for another episode of This Freaky Show, a weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I am your host, Travesty, and alongside me this evening,
Awkward Collins.
And the Freak Joe.
And we're here to celebrate our last week of This Freaky Show, our month-long celebration of Halloween. It's kind of a bittersweet feeling. It sucks that This Freaky Show is coming to an end, as the month of October is coming to an end. But at the same time, it's also pretty exciting because it means that we are in the home stretch of the last season of Season 2. Or the last couple weeks of Season 2, I guess I should say. That sounds a lot better.
Right.
But it's pretty cool. We got to celebrate our 100th episode last week with Clinton Fear, which was awesome. So I want to give a thanks to them once again for coming and being a part of that. But I mean, at the same time, I want to thank all the guests that we've had over the last 100 episodes. So many great ones. A lot of them returned. A lot of them we're hoping to return here shortly, and hopefully we do get to talk to them more in season 3. But until we get to there, we are still in season 2. We are still celebrating Halloween in This Freaky Show. And of course, none of this would be possible without the support of Firepit Bar and Grill, Peotone, Illinois. If you're looking for a down-home country restaurant that offers a burger and a beer for just $7.99 every Monday and Wednesday, then head on down to Firepit Bar and Grill. You can find them on Facebook at Firepit Bar, or you can find them on their website, firepitbar.com.
Our show also wouldn't be possible without the help of WeAreDapperTies.com. If you want a fantastic tie for an incredible price, check out WeAreDapperTies.com and be sure to use the discount code Freakin, that's Freakin, to get free shipping on your order. WeAreDapperTies.com. Check them out today.
So I finally realized what kind of tech-savvy person I am to where I was uploading the newest episode of Just Freakin' Wrestling, and I still, for the life of me, cannot get the whole Google Play thing to work. So I don't know. I don't know what I did to get this show to end up on Google Play. For some reason, I cannot get this podcast to end up on the JFW podcast to upload on Google Play. But somehow I was able to get the podcast to upload on YouTube.
That's so weird.
I don't get it. I got a notification on my phone after I uploaded it. And normally, it's like Google Play saying, "Hey, this freaking show launched a new show," or "Hey, Geekcast Live," or Fifthcast, or the other following ones on Google Play. But for some reason, no notification. Just Freakin' Wrestling downloaded a new video on YouTube, and I'm like, "Oh god, this thing fucking hacked." And I clicked on the notification to see what the video was, assuming it was like penises or some stupid shit that somebody got into my. No, it was the fucking podcast.
Fantastic.
I want to. I know this is something that DJ mentioned that we should do, and we had a couple of our listeners recommend doing it. Which, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know why you would have a podcast on YouTube. It just that doesn't make sense to me. Just an audio thing. If it's visual video, I get it.
Right.
But I mean, the whole audio concept on YouTube, it makes no sense to me. But people still listen to podcasts now, so I'm not deterring anyone from ever doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. But I'm able to accidentally do that, but I can't purposely get Google Play right.
That's so weird. It's weird that Google Play is being such a bear.
Yeah, I mean, it's the simplest fucking thing. All it says is to attach the RSS file right there. And when I go to Podbean to grab the RSS file, or the RSS link, or whatever the hell you call it, copy and paste it, it says it's not an RSS feed, and I don't know why, because I'm assuming that's what I did for this freaking show, and I think that's similar to what you said you did with GCL.Ninja.
Yeah, pretty much.
Live. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. Don't know. Eventually, when the wrestling interns that I keep plugging for on the other shows show up, maybe they can figure it out for me. Because I got to tell you, I definitely need an intern for my other podcast, because that is a headache in itself.
That would be fantastic if you could get an intern
It would
for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem, and I don't want to spend this whole time talking about this podcast, but here's some of the brief problems I keep having with my podcast. So a couple of times we went to wrestling shows and we did commentary recording for these shows. And basically, if you've ever watched pro wrestling, commentating is pretty important when you're watching it. It's even more important when you're trying to just listen to it. It's a 2 hour long podcast of where we're commentating about the matches and the show itself. But the problem that we keep having is that there are points, about a minute, 45 seconds, whatever, of nothing but like no talking whatsoever, because we get so focused and drawn into the matches, we forget we're fucking podcasting. It is goofy as shit. Because I'll sit there and I'll try to listen through and edit and everything, and I'm like, why the fuck are we not talking? And then all of a sudden you hear one of us mumble like, oh, we haven't said anything in a while, because we're so focused in the show. And also at the same time, I'm trying to take pictures for Instagram, and I forget to do that shit because I'm getting drawn into the show and trying to podcast. So we're trying to get fucking interns to do that, not being paid obviously because I don't have any money. But maybe one day there's someone out there who's like, hey, I love wrestling. I love JFW podcasts. I love not getting paid and doing work. No, hopefully. But anyways, enough about me. How are you guys doing?
I'm good.
Not bad. Tired.
Nice. Yeah. You had a long day there, Joe.
I did.
You did.
I did.
You did. It was awesome seeing you.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys came.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy I came out and got to see your service. It was really good.
I didn't know you were doing it again.
Yeah, I forgot to put stuff on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad this one so obviously kind of like what I said last week. I didn't really know the location of the one last week, and I thought that one was closer than what it was. But I'm glad this one was actually closer than I expected.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one it was very close to you guys.
Yeah, and I loved that church. It was an absolute amazing feeling to be there. It was so welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
So welcoming. I mean, I definitely want to see you there more. Absolutely want to see you there more. Permanently more.
That would be awesome.
Wink, wink to those fans that happen to go to that church.
No kidding.
But anyways, so you guys are doing good except for being slightly tired. And Shay Khan, I know you were out celebrating Halloween last night with friends and the girlfriend.
Yep.
Any interesting costumes or cool costumes or anything? What was Sherry and Shell? Was Sherry and Shell like the creepy twins from The Shining?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really know because I've never seen the movie. So.
Mm-hmm. I just remember creepy twins were in The Shining. That's all I remember of it. But I didn't know that the twins in The Shining were covered in blood. I thought they were all just ghostly. Yeah. But yeah. But any other costumes that maybe have stuck out or
there was a what is it? Captain, the guy dressed as Captain Morgan, and then the other chick was dressed as Coke. And it was pretty cool looking. And then they had what was the other one I saw? I don't remember the other one I saw, but there was some guys dressed in construction gear, but they didn't have any shirts on underneath the overalls. It's just you people are stupid. And me and Kyle are both yeah, those guys are douchebags.
Because they went shirtless underneath overalls? Or because it was cold and they were shirtless underneath overalls?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, and they just look like they're the douchebag guys.
Gotcha. There is a look.
Maybe they're just protesting the slutty costumes that girls mostly wear.
It's possible.
It's very possible, right? I mean, from my experience, previous in my life, years and years ago, when I started going to, not years and years ago, but 21, so 7 years ago, when I started going to Halloween parties at bars and shit, I always read there's one of two type of people that go there: really slutty bitches, or people who just go as that year's most popular costume. It's and I know there's couple costumes, which I don't see a lot of couple costumes, as much as I thought I would see. I don't see a lot of them, but like either like somebody's like a slutty pirate or a slutty biker bitch or like a slutty pumpkin or
I'll come to
just
your Halloween party as a slutty pirate.
I was hoping you were going to do that. I mean, I was expecting that, like
perfect.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, like I think one day when I become sadder and a loner, I'm gonna have a Halloween party where literally the theme of it is slutty blank, and no matter what you come as, just gotta be a slutty part of it.
Fantastic.
Slutty pumpkin.
Just like the slutty pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could meet the one girl who would come as a slutty pumpkin, and I will come as Ted Mosby, I think that'd be a perfect couple. That'd be a perfect couple costume right there.
That'd be amazing.
Colin, did you ever watch the end of How I Met Your Mother?
No.
I did not. Fuck. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it surprises me how, like, I mean, like, over all the years, I'm gonna go 10 years for adulthood. Not a whole lot of couple costumes, and like the couple costumes I do see, like, they're not really like couple. I mean, okay. So when I think of couple costumes, I think of like his and her costumes. Right. When I do see the couple costumes, it's like the Blues Brothers or Jay and Silent Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I think one year, Josh and Kim, friends of mine, when they were dating, I think they went like in togas, which, I mean, it wasn't like Cleopatra and whoever the fucking dude was she would date at the time. It was just like, hey, we didn't get a costume, but there's a party tomorrow. Let's get bed sheets. There's like, I mean, like, there's no like cute like couple costumes that like you see like always advertised everywhere, like ketchup and mustard and a light socket and a fucking
bulb.
plug. Yeah, right. Shit like that. You don't see that anymore. You just see like, hey, I'm gonna be Jay and Silent Bob, or I'm gonna be the Blues Brothers. Like, I mean, the only time I ever dressed like a couple is with my ex-girlfriend when we were Shaggy and Daphne, or when I dressed up like Paul Bunyan and my buddy Kyle dressed like the Blue Ox. I mean, that's the only time in my life, twice in my entire life, I had couple costumes.
I don't think I've ever done that either.
You see, and that's what I'm surprised by, because I mean, you and your wife seem like a couple that would like coordinate costumes for Halloween.
I think we would, but I don't think we've ever. I'm thinking about it, and I don't think, other than maybe before we were even dating, I don't think we ever did Halloween together with costumes.
Really? See, that's surprising because, like, I mean, you guys seem like the festive kind of couple.
Yeah.
Like, like you get like matching like sweaters for Christmas because it'd be adorable, and you dress like the couple costumes at Halloween. I mean, like, that seems like you guys, and that surprises me that you haven't guys embraced that.
I know. I think it just never happens to work out that we're like, we just don't go to stuff that often, I think is what it comes down to. Well, you better show up next week because I'm already signed up. So
perfect. Yeah, super excited next week. Freaking Halloween party
is going to try Malort, the most terrifying of all spirits.
Oh God, we don't have Malort.
No, I'm going to bring some.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
I'm going to bring some.
Yeah, because
this is Irish Christmas, darn it.
Yeah, because Collins is finally finished off.
Did Sam finish it off?
No,
I think I finished it off during our live show.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. We finished off during the live show.
During the season, that was our season finale.
That's right.
Yeah. I remember. Like, I think like Sam tried it. It was either the first or second like day, like she was at her house.
Yeah.
It was the first or second time I met her. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know how often she was at my house before I met her, but I mean, like, it was like within, I think, that first weekend, because I know she went onto the deck because we kept insisting like, you're probably gonna throw up.
You might throw up.
Because I mean, like, this is like non-Epicat, So if I pronounce that right, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Malort is not anything to fuck with. In fact, GCR still needs to do his shots of Malort.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I will not forget that.
I keep forgetting it, and then I remember it, and I have a chuckle, and then I forget again.
Yeah, I actually did forget about it until I listened to Geekcast Live last week, and you guys talked about Malort, because you said Malort had a festival or something a couple weeks ago that had to do with what the hell was the beer? Not Reapers, but what the hell was it called?
Dark Lord from Three Floyds.
Dark Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Listening to that on the show, what made me remind me, like, oh yeah, GCR still got to take those shots.
That's awesome.
But anyways, real quick, what I want to dive into before we run out of time, because these shows seem to kind of take up a lot of time really quickly, which is really good because we're always constantly moving. There's no lag, which is amazing. But before we get into Freakin' State of Mind and Freak Joe's Freaky Tale, I want to do something that you guys probably don't remember that I actually took upon myself to get together. Last year we had Fear on in one of our episodes of Freaky Show. And what we did is we rated the 2017 horror movies that are coming out.
Oh, okay.
You guys remember that?
Yes.
Vaguely? Okay.
Yes.
So what I did is I searched for the papers I said that I would keep safe until this year so we could go through them. And obviously, I didn't do that. So I did go back and I did listen to the episode, which anybody out there could do just by going to iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Google Play, and doing it yourselves. I went back, found all the movies, found all our ratings, went online, looked up the actual ratings to this point, and I figured that we'd kind of go over the results real quick and see how everyone did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Perfect. So I'm gonna go through the list real quick. It's just gonna be like a brief thing, nothing like too extensive. Just kind of going through the results here. And basically, how I did it is when we did whole numbers. 1 through 10, whole numbers, no decimals. So
Right.
Obviously, a lot of these ratings they're all decimals. Like 5.5, 8.3, blah 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 blah. We're gonna do it like they do in school. If it's a 5 or over, you round up. If it's 4 or below, you round down.
Perfect.
And whoever got the number exact, I gave them a star. We totaled up the stars at the end, and that's who became the winner. So, I'm going to go through all this. We'll tell you who the winner is, and I'm going to tell you a little fun fact about the winning. So basically, so the first one we did was Annabelle 2. That got it. That's a current rating of 6.7. Okay. I predicted a 6. Fear predicted a 7. Joey, you predicted a 6, and Colin predicted 5. So Fear obviously won with 7 because we round up.
Yep.
So we weren't that far off. Jeeper Creepers 3, I predicted 5. Fear, Joey, and Colin. So Fear and you guys, you all predicted 6, which came in at a 5.8. So you all got that one correct.
Whoop.
Yeah. Dark Towers is one of the funniest ones out here because you predicted a 9, Joey. And the only reason you predicted a 9 is because you'd be too disappointed at a 10. So you guessed a 9. Colin and I predicted 7, and Fear predicted 8, and this got a 5.8.
Gosh, it even got that high.
It didn't even get that high. So even at a 6, that would have been the winning number. None of us picked it. We all shot over. So Amityville Horror, or Amityville Awakening, I guess you would call it. Fear picked 5. You, Colin, so you two and I, we voted 7. This one currently has a rating of 4.9. So, obviously, Fear got that one correct. We were all wrong. The next one was World War Z. And this one currently doesn't have a rating because this one doesn't come out till 2019.
Alrighty.
Hey.
Yeah. And I looked it up to try to figure out why. And apparently, the director on it, the Antonio Bayona, whatever it is, apparently he left the project to do something else.
Oh, weird.
So this originally was supposed to come out in 2017, but he left, and then they had to find a new guy, and then they had to fix everything. So this is actually projected to come out the end of 2018 or the beginning of 2019. But we did predict it. Obviously, our predictions mean shit because this doesn't exist yet. Also, the same situation happened with Friday the 13th. That was supposed to come out this year as well. That project actually got canceled.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, obviously, that one didn't happen either. Bye Bye Man. You guys and I, so us three, we predicted 5 on it. Fear predicted 6. And that got a rating of 4.3. So, no one got that one either. Rings, which is the sequel, whatever, to The Ring.
Yeah.
That has a current rating of 4.5. And here's a problem that I found that we had is none of us actually predicted this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when we talked about it, we were looking at it and everything, and everyone kept saying, "Oh, this movie's not coming out till 2018. It's not coming out till next year." Blah 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 blah.
Huh.
So we kind of just glazed over it, which it actually did come out in 2017. It got a 4.5, but we didn't do any predictions for it. Instead, we did predict it, which does have a current rating of 7.8, and all four of us predicted 8. So we all got a point on that one.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. Insidious 4. This one also didn't come out this year like it was supposed to. It's not coming out until next year. The movie Happy Death Day.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys remember that? That actually took the release date of Insidious 4.
Okay.
So Insidious 4 was supposed to come out, but instead the production or whatever that released Insidious 4 decided to release Happy Death Day instead. So this one currently doesn't have a rating either. So our ratings are completely invalid at that point as well.
Huh.
The newest Saw movie came out. I said it was going to be an 8 because of nostalgia. Fear said 7, and you guys picked 6. It came out with a 6.4. So as rounding, you guys got that one correct. And then the last one on here is Death House, is the one that Fear mentioned, and everything that is like the expendable version of like horror movies.
Okay.
So he mentioned that one. All three of us gave it an 8. He gave it a 9. And this one also does not come out until next year.
Oh, all right.
So there were 4 of them that were a complete wash on them because 3 of them haven't come out yet, and one of them did, and we didn't rate it. Fear ended up winning. I believe I guess I should add them up. So Fear got 4, you both got 3, and I got 1. But the weird thing about you guys is your guys' 3 are the exact same.
Jeez.
So you both predicted Jeepers Creepers, It, and Saw at the exact same. All the other ones you guys got wrong, completely different answers, and both wrong. But the 3 you guys got correct were the exact same 3. So congratulations on that one.
Fantastic.
And obviously I got last place, which I don't find shocking whatsoever because I don't know horror to save my life.
Fair.
But I mean that was a lot of fun to do, and doing that kind of reminds me that towards the end of the year when we get to like New Year's and all that stuff, that I gotta go back and I gotta listen to the sequel and the remake ones and kind of see where we end up on that one.
Yeah.
But looking at this, everything I have on here I overshot by plenty, so I'm not hopeful that I did good on those as well.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, it's outside your bailiwick, your kingdom of things that you watch. So maybe it'll be better on things that you've seen.
Well, I mean, I like the enthusiasm, but I mean, I know who I am. I always hope for the best way too much on shit. Like, I mean, I don't even know if I saw any movies that came out this year other than Doctor Strange. That came out this year, right?
I think it came out last October for some reason, but I don't know for sure.
What was the Marvel movie that came out in May?
Ooh, I don't even know. I feel like I should.
Was the Spider-Man Homecoming?
Reasons. Yeah, Spider-Man sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah, Doctor Strange was October last year.
Okay. See, I can't think of any movies that came out in 2017 that I may have seen. So like I'm not even sure. I mean, unless it's on like on demand or it's on Netflix.
Oh, Guardians. Maybe.
Oh, yep. Okay, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. So that's probably the only 2017 movie I could recall seeing. Yeah, it hasn't been a big movie year for Travis here. None whatsoever.
That's probably fine. There haven't been that many good movies this year, I didn't think.
No, I don't see it. I mean, I think I'm really kind of just waiting on the Xfinity Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And Black Panther. When's Black Panther coming out?
February.
Yes.
February. I saw the extended trailer for Justice League finally.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I gotta say that I'm actually kind of excited to see that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks
Like,
good. But I'm very like nervous that it's just I've been fooled so many times by them.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that crush you have in high school that says she's gonna meet you for pizza and then she doesn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm not saying that I know anything about that, but she never showed up. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. I mean, I'm super excited for that. I'm really actually excited because I think next week, or no, not next week. Actually, probably tonight, I'm going to watch the Halloween Tree
Nice.
because it is the season. And since Halloween is now, was it 52 hours away?
Yep.
That's right. I'm being exact, which means 52 hours from now, Colin will be 29 years old,
Yep.
It's
Not
true.
30.
not 30. So I'm super happy for Colin to be 1 year older. So proud. Effortlessly aging. Oh shit. Um. Anyways, what else do you guys want to talk about?
I don't even know.
Don't even know, right? It's kind of been a slow week.
It has been. It has been.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, Stranger Things came out season 2, but I haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to talk about it.
What is Stranger Things about?
It's a group of kids in 1980s America. I mean, specifically Indiana, and they basically it's like a coming of age story, and they there's like secret experiments happening in their town, and the monster gets loose, and so they have to find a way to defeat the monster and rescue their friend who was kidnapped by the monster.
Okay.
So it's awesome. It's really good.
Yeah,
It punches all of the right nostalgia buttons because it feels like something from that time period. So and it reminds me of childhood just so much. Everything about it. So
I just bought the collector's edition for my cousin,
mm-hmm.
and the collector's edition looks like it's a old VHS tape.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, VHS blows, but good marketing. Good marketing.
Yeah, there was one show on Netflix I kind of wanted to see, but at the same time I wasn't sure what. Like, did you hear the show Death Note? I think it was called.
Yeah.
How was that? Did you see that? Watch it all?
I haven't seen the live action yet.
The Netflix is just fucking stupid. Don't waste your time with it.
It is stupid.
I mean, you might find it all right, but it's absolutely fucking horrible compared to what I'm used to. I have all the mangas, and I've watched all the anime along with the Japanese live-action versions of it.
There are Japanese live-action versions?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And fucking... of course America has to go and fucking ruin the shit.
Well, naturally.
So wait, so Death Note was originally an anime thing?
Yes.
Interesting. I don't know. I figured for like the next couple of days because what I've been doing since like last Tuesday when I got home from work and my fucking cable was out and I didn't know how long it was going to be out for, I started watching like the 2.5 Men season because I have the entire series on DVD. So like, fuck it, I'll just start watching that, and that's all I've been watching since last Tuesday. So I mean, like my fucking DVR is filled with shit I haven't watched yet. But because it's Halloween, it's like I want to take advantage of the opportunity to enjoy Halloween movies. Because I mean, you have to watch the movie based on the season that you're in.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out like what kind of fucking movies to watch. Like I want to watch Halloween movies, but not creepy Halloween movies. Trying to find the old Disney ones, you know, like Halloween Town and Don't Look Under the Bed and shit like that.
I own Halloween Town.
All of them?
Yep.
There's 4 of them, right?
Yep.
Nice. Which one's your favorite?
I really like the college one. I really like the last one.
Halloween Town High?
No, Return to Halloween Town.
Oh, is Halloween Town High the 3rd one then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of all of them, I would say that's probably my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I still really enjoy it.
Yeah, the original one's my favorite. I think it'll always be my favorite.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's hard to really decide. Do you like Halloween Town more? Do you like Hocus Pocus more? It's like yeah. I mean, like obviously you can always have both. But I mean, like if you always had to pick like that one nostalgic movie overall, which one would you pick? Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town?
I would like Halloween Town.
Hocus Pocus.
Right. I don't know. I heard there was supposed to be a sequel. I'm kind of iffy on if I like the idea of there being a Hocus Pocus sequel.
I am totally uninterested. Especially since they're not talking about bringing back the same sisters. The same actresses to play the sisters.
Really? I thought they were.
Maybe it's changed since the last time I saw it. Because I haven't followed any news on it in at least 2 weeks. But...
Hey, there's a movie on Netflix about a Stephen King book called 1922.
Yep.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of new movies and stuff out lately.
I wonder if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is he like gonna die and not telling anyone?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Joey, why don't we go ahead and dive into a freaky tale?
Perfect. So, yeah, I've got that ready. I've got it pulled up here on my iPad. This is another listener submitted rendition of a freaky tale. It is by the same author as last time, Joe Redinbo, aka Live Action Joe, and the title of this one is The Unseen Voyeur. Have you ever had that feeling? That weird tick in the back of your head? That unshakable thought that someone or something is watching you? Does that feeling ever go away, or is it something that you simply don't notice some of the time? What would you do if you knew what it was that kept its eyes on you? Do you even want to know? What would drive you more mad? Being seen by the unseen? Or knowing exactly what it was that breathed down your neck at night? Her name is, well, her name doesn't matter. Her gender doesn't matter. This has happened countless times before, and will happen countless times more. She lives in the city, in a crowded building on the 5th floor, alone, and hardly leaves. She's a workaholic. But lately, something has felt unsettling to her. A slight uneasiness has crept in. She thinks that feeling that she's feeling is irrational, a figment of her imagination, an itch that just needs scratching. She has this eerie feeling that she's being watched. It starts as a fleeting feeling. It comes and goes a few times a day. She shakes it off or ignores it until it goes away. But it is not going away. Before long, she feels like there are eyes on her whenever she's alone. Like someone or something is standing there in the corner, burning a seething sensation deep into her chest with unblinking and unrelenting vigor. This feeling she can't shake, no matter how hard she tries. She starts to wonder what exactly is wrong with her. Her work starts to suffer because she can't focus, and sleep comes and goes, but only in the late hours of the dark night, when exhaustion forces her senses to leave her. She lays in bed late at night, on the verge of finally getting some sleep. She's forcing her eyes closed in hopes that she can just wish herself to sleep. Her wishes are either naive or desperate. Maybe both. Sleep won't be coming tonight. As she lays there, curled into a ball, and clutching her pillows tightly, waiting for the sweet release of sleep, they're standing all around her, watching and waiting. Dark, faceless, twisted figures standing around the bed. They don't move. They don't speak. They don't have eyes. but they see everything. She feels them. She feels that slight shaking the foundation of her soul, and forcing a pit to form in her chest, as if her ribs were about to break free and her body implode. She feels them. She opens her eyes to look around the room, but sees nothing. The following day, she takes a hot bath to try and relax, to burn that feeling in her mind and in her body away. As she lays there submerged and vulnerable, an ache comes over her. She doesn't know what it is, but it scares her. She looks to the bathroom door and sees something unexpected and horrifying, and she gasps in fear. There's a scratching on the door. The paint and fibers in the wood splintered to make out words. "We are watching." Before she can scream, the lights flicker and the words are gone. She can't take her eyes off the door. Then she hears a subtle splash, and something brushes the side of her leg, making her jump reactively and try to pull herself up out of the tub. She looks down as she kicks at whatever it was that touched her. Sitting on the floor of the tub is a razor. That night, she leaves her home to seek solace at a friend's house. She thinks that staying with another will make her feel safe from the dread she is feeling and the unseen forces that are causing them. She drinks herself numb and takes him to bed, thinking that if she's too drunk to feel and alive enough to share his warmth, then she won't have to feel anything else. But it's still there. Dulled for a fleeting moment, but still there. She lays by his warm body, but still feels the cold, the ache, the eyes that are on her. Then she feels hands on her, cold, dark hands under the covers moving across her body. It takes a second for her to realize that the unnatural feeling sweeping over her. Then she flails out in a panic and screams out, throwing the covers from her. She wakes up. He wakes up and turns on the lights, adrenaline-fueled and ready for whatever has attacked her. But there is nothing to attack. All he sees is her, laying there with her hands covering her face and her body convulsing as she sobs. He asks her what's wrong, but she can't answer. He offers a hand to her shoulder for comfort, but she wails and flinches at his touch. They lay there awake, with the lights on and words unspoken the remainder of the night. She returns home the following night. She's not sure why she returned. It's not bravery, and it is absolutely not a sense of security. But it's home, or at least it was. Tonight, she prepares herself with a cocktail of sleeping aids and alcohol. Her body and mind exhausted, it takes everything she has not to have a panic attack. She decides to sleep on the couch this time. She leaves the television on to give her a sense of company. The silence is more unbearable. As she falls asleep, the creatures that watch her move in closer and closer. They reach the point where they envelop her entirely. Each of them have their hands and what would be their faces mere inches from her. She's asleep, but the sensation they cause around her is suffocating. She starts to twitch and whimper as she begins to grind her teeth. One of the creatures moves in and breathes across her face and neck. As a few strands of hair are knocked loose, they fall across her face and tickle her skin. She lunges awake and screams with the sudden realization that she is surrounded. She rolls off of the couch and crawls backwards frantically as her gaze goes wild, looking around the apartment for the perpetrators of her nightmares. As she forces her way, she shoves herself against her balcony doors. The force breaks the doors open and they swing out into the night air. Multiple panels of glass shatter when the momentum halts as they strike the iron bars of the terrace. She looks out at the damage done, then quickly returns her gaze to the apartment. The TV she had left on is static and releasing a garbled tone. Then she hears a sharp cracking and a soft, chalky scraping. Lines start to appear in the walls, the drywall cracking and splitting into words on every visible wall, all of them saying the same thing. We are waiting. As she stares at the writing on the walls, the television garbles become more tonal, and she can almost hear words. The static grows louder and louder, until she hears two distinct words shout out through the screen, "Do it!" A gust of wind suddenly blows the terrace doors closed again, and slam into her while launching glass all about the room and all over her. She screams while shielding herself. She waits a few seconds to gather courage. With shaking hands and teary eyes, she looks back into the room. The walls are as plain as they were moments before, and the TV is off. Glass still covers the floor. She still feels them, watching her. She screams into the night. "What do you want from me? Leave me alone!" She fights the words out through her sobs. She curls up and lays on the floor amongst the glass and continues asking the rest of the night, "What do you want from me? What do you want from me?" She falls asleep for an hour, maybe 2. When she wakes again, she feels herself holding something. She looks to her hand and sees a shard of glass. The tip of it has the unmistakable red stain of fresh blood. As she continues to stare at it, she starts to push herself up off the floor, but winces as she feels a sharp pain in her other arm. She drops the glass and instinctively grabs the other arm in her hand. She notices she's bleeding and lifts her hand away to inspect the wound. Carved into her skin down her forearm were words. "Do it." She slowly stands up, never taking her sight off of the words. Then she feels that familiar ache. She feels them watching her. This time, it's not from a distance. Right next to her. All around her. Moving closer every second, breathing down her neck. The pit in her chest grows in intensity and she can barely stand. She needs to get away from them. She looks down at her arm again and the words hit her like a crashing wave of catharsis. "Do it! Do it!" It rings in her head over and over again. "Do it!" She turns to her balcony, walks through the doors, and jumps to a place they can't watch her anymore. I wish I could have done something. I watched them leave her apartment, off to find another soul to torment. They're no longer hers to bear anymore. It's happened endless times before, and it'll happen endless times again. I don't know why I see them, and I don't know how to save those they inflict pain upon, but it always ends the same. In warm red waters, in empty orange bottles, in a final step into the abyss. What would you do if you could see the things that haunt you? The things that stare at you from the darkness? The things in the back of your mind that make the back of your neck tingle? What will you do the next time you feel those eyes on you? And that's it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Bravo, Joe.
Thank you.
I wanna say that is probably the perfect story for the final story of this year.
I agree. That was a
Yeah,
fun one to read.
it was, and I'm glad that it was a fan submitted story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who still want to submit a story and didn't get an opportunity to, you could still submit it to us, and we'll save it until next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that, I mean, like, we still want people to interact. Like, we don't want them to have to wait till next year. I mean, if you do it, submit it. If for some odd reason we just happen to get more of them than, there are weeks of next year, like maybe we'll just find, certain episodes and kind of sneak them in throughout the year. Because, I
Absolutely.
mean, yeah, I mean, we'll still do that. It's fan interaction. That's what we're all about here. So keep sending the stories. You guys got anything you wanted to share with us, to send them in. Message them to this freaking show. Send it to thisfreakinshow@yahoo.com. Love hearing from you guys. Very happy because we had 2 of them this year, right? There were
Yep.
fan interactions.
That is correct.
Yep.
That's awesome. So I'm really happy that we had an opportunity to do that, because I mean, there were great stories too. I mean, like those. I mean, they were stories that you would find in like published short story novels.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, so that was very awesome. Colin, why don't you take it away with our final freaking state of mind?
Okay. Let me scroll down. Welcome back, everyone, to another segment of This Frickin' State of Mind. That little segment of our show where we go through each state and give some facts about it. And today we land on our final state of Wyoming. Even though some people believe that we've only done 49 states. Even though I'm pretty sure we've done all 50. We will get right on to it. So, like I said, this state is Wyoming. Not a lot of facts, actually, about this state because it's just that kind of state. Wyoming's license plates feature a man on a bucking bronco. Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote. Yellowstone is the first official national park that was founded in 1872. Devil's Tower was designated as the first national monument in 1906. The city of Gillette has the largest high school in the state, Campbell County High School. The first coal mine in Wyoming was in Carbon, Wyoming, which was founded in 1867. The largest coal mine in the United States is Black Thunder, located near Wright, Wyoming. Wyoming leads the country in coal production in 1994 with 3 million tons per week. Wow, that is a ton of coal. J.C. Penney stores were first started in Wyoming in the town of Kemmerer. Then you also had the first Dude Ranch, which was in Wyoming, which was founded in Eaton, which was Eaton Ranch, which is near Wolf, Wyoming. And the Eatons also came up with the term dude. The horse on the Wyoming license plate has a name, Old Steamboat. It is named after a bronc that could not be ridden back in the aughts or the teens. Okay. Wyoming has the lowest population of all 50 United States. Cody, Wyoming is named after William Buffalo Bill Cody. The majority of Yellowstone Park lies within the boundaries of Wyoming. The Red Desert in south central Wyoming drains neither east nor to the west. The Continental Divide splits and goes around the desert on all sides, leaving the basin without normal drainage. And our last fact of this fine state is the Wind River actually changes its name in the middle of the stream becoming the Big Horn River at a site at the north end of the Wind River Canyon, where each year the Native Americans hold a ceremony depicting the wedding of the waters. So I just want to thank you all for joining me this year and telling our freaking states of mind. Come back next year and see what we got planned then. Back to you, Travis.
Well, thank you, Colin. I don't know if we'll wait till next year to do something exciting. Maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, I meant next season.
Right, because we were coming close. Did we decide like where our season's ending? Are we ending on 50? Are we ending on 52?
That is a
52?
good question that we should figure out at some point.
I know, right? Because we're at 49 now, so either our season finale is next week or in 3 weeks.
It's true.
Yes, that's something we definitely got to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. But in the meantime, hey Joe.
Yes.
As this freaky show comes to a close this year, and Geekcast Show comes back and joins us next week, he'll obviously be here on this freaking show. But there is another place Geekcast Show likes to hang out, and would you like to tell our listeners where that is?
I would be delighted to tell you the places where good old Geekcast Joe haunts. You can find Geekcast Joe over at the Geekcast Live podcast every Saturday morning. Or you can go on Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, or Twitter by searching Geekcast Live and get your weekly dose of Geekcast Joe anytime you'd like.
Nice.
That was uncomfortable for me. I really went off script there.
I know. I mean, I think. I mean, like it was uncomfortable sounding. I mean, yeah. But I mean, hey, like you did it perfect. 100 other times, that's one time.
Thanks.
I mean, look at the bright side. I mean, it took you like a month to get Dapper Ties correct. So
that's true.
Yeah.
I can only get one right. It's got to be either the beginning or the end of the show.
Hey,
funny.
It's perfect. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening to this freaky show, our month-long celebration of Halloween. It's always fun to do, and can't wait till next year when we do it again. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter just by searching This Freakin' Show. And make sure you tell your friends to, give us a listen, give us a rating on iTunes, give us a follow, and just stay involved. Interact with us. Go on Twitter, use the hashtag FreakinSaying. Go to our website, thisfreakinshow.com, where you'll see a list of all the guests that we've had on our show, as well as a contact section where you can contact us with questions, comments, concerns, even ideas for future shows. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm the Freak Joe.
Thank you for listening to another episode of This Freaking Show. I'm out.